I'm so excited to welcome two incredible guests on the show to talk about a project that was on our radar about a month or so ago, and that is Honda Scenic Audio. With me right now is Phil Hruska, Senior Manager of Honda Marketing for American Honda Motor Company. Phil, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me, Marc.
And Sandy Lacey, your second appearance on the show, the Executive Director of the Howe Innovation Center at the Perkins School for the Blind. Sandy, thank you for coming back.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
We were so excited when we saw that trailer for Honda Scenic Audio and we just played the clip there for our audience. So for those who aren't aware, it's an incredible app that allows people who are low vision or blind to experience a road trip with everybody else who might be in that car who's experiencing it visually. Phil, tell me how this project came to be and why.
Yeah, for us, it really started all with Honda's philosophy around the power of dreams. Honda very much believes in the power of dreams, and that's not just a tagline. It's something that we really strive for, and we want to provide our customers with lots of access to tools and different products that make their lives better. And from there, we also have a very firm belief in inclusivity. So inclusivity for all people. So with regards to our vehicles in particular, it's not just about the driver, it's about all the people in the vehicle. And that's where this app really comes into play. And then thirdly, we're just excited about all the things that can be done with artificial intelligence and AI, and Honda's commitment to innovation. So you bring those three things together, and this app really was an exciting project for us to work on.
Was this something that Honda came up with internally or something that was suggested to you guys by a community of drivers? How did that happen?
We worked with a few different agencies on this project, and one of the key members for us is Dr. Josh Loebner, who is blind himself. And so we worked with Josh, and in one of our very first meetings with him, he told us, Phil, we have this saying in the accessibility community, nothing for us without us. And that really resonated with us at Honda. And so that's why we wanted to do this app as a beta program, as a beta test, and partner with some amazing partners such as the Perkins School for the Blind and the Howe Innovation Center. And Sandy, who's on here, has been an incredible partner. And Honda also worked with the Alabama School for the Deaf and Blind. It's an almost 30-year relationship with. And then the third group that we worked with is Honda has a business resource group of associates called Enable. So we're beta testing this app with them also. And frankly, the other wonderful thing about this app is that there's just not something else like it. There's a lot of apps that are very utilitarian, like they'll tell you how to get places, or they'll describe literally what's going on. Whereas the Scenic Audio app is all about more poetic storytelling language, which is more how people and humans think and feel more when you hear a great story.
Phil, at Honda, in the automotive space, disability comes up a lot in terms of making cars accessible, making sure people can, of all shapes and sizes and disabilities, can use it. Could you ever thought of a project like this 10 years ago?
I think Honda has a long history of thinking differently and trying to find, again, that power of dreams for everyone. So I think it would look differently 10 years ago. So I don't think there's an exact equivalent, but Honda has been thinking about accessibility a long time, and Honda takes these things it's very important to all of us at Honda. It's one of our core values. So that hasn't changed in 10 years, but the technology change of artificial intelligence and what's possible in real time when you're on a road trip and you're holding your phone up, I don't know if we could have envisioned that 10 years ago.
Sandy, when was the first time you heard about this development, and what was your reaction?
Sure. Honda approached us and asked, had a hypothesis on how the car journey could be improved for people who are blind or low vision. And we said, well, let's ask, like, let's test it. Let's ask and let's listen. So we partnered together and we found around 30 folks with different types of blindness and low vision to meet with the Honda team and with our team through Perkins Access, and to really kind of share their journeys of what car trip experiences are like. From that initial group of 30 folks who were an exceptional, sounding board. I always say it has to be grounded in the customer journey and the user experience, right? You can always assume what somebody would want or need, but you actually have to listen to your customer, no matter what industry you're in. This is something that I'm so pleased to see Honda like centering this product in the customer journey. So we did around 30 user interviews, and then we narrowed it down to probably, I think, like 5 to 8 folks who we put the product in their hands to get real, like, on the ground feedback. And it was really exceptional. I think a lot of the times people think about accessibility as function, like, oh, this thing doesn't work, so make it function for everyone. And I like to say that this actually puts the fun in function, because this is an enjoyable accessibility play. It's about opening up, detailed, customizable information that I think sighted people, just take for granted that they're ingesting all the time, and really just unlocks the journey.
What was that feedback like from that test group originally when they first got their hands on it?
Yeah, it was interesting. I think some folks were, and you can even kind of see this in the video, like, okay, that's cool, but that's not totally what I need. And then when they experienced it, the feedback was, oh, that's cool. Like, I didn't really realize I was not getting that information until I received the information. It's interesting to realize, what, as a sighted person, I take in on a daily basis, what kind of neighborhood I'm in, what the weather is like outside the car, if there are buildings there or not, what the coastline is. And you can see a lot of this in the video. But I think that there was an element of delight to this specific product that usually that isn't always accompanied with an accessibility play.
What are the steps, Phil, in terms of taking that user feedback and then implementing some of those things that you can into the experience?
Yeah, that's the process that we're in right now. We're continuing to do the beta testing and functionality of the app itself, and just trying to really hone it and make sure that it's as well crafted as it can be.
Now, Sandy, at the Howe Innovation Center, this is what you do. You connect people with the disability community for exactly experiences like this. When we spoke at CES, I mean, this was your raison d'etre, right? Does this relationship, with a brand like Honda, which is not a small brand, which is not an unknown startup, what significance does that have on not only what you're doing, but also the disability community as a whole?
It means a lot. I think it's really, really important for large organizations to start centering the disability experience in the customer journey. And I was over the moon when Honda and Josh Loebner reached out to see if we could partner on something like this. It's been an incredible partnership, and I'm really excited for other brands to follow suit. The other thing I just wanted to add quickly, which you might be able to splice in here somewhere, Marc, is that I really believe this technology, while developed and designed for the blind and low vision community, as autonomous vehicles actually start to take to the road more, I can see it being, again, one of those technologies that starts in the disability community, but then expands out to the general population. So, for example, like, as a history buff, 8 or 9 years from now, if I'm in an autonomous vehicle and it knows that I'm a history buff, it might point out specific landmarks to me as we're going down the road that I wouldn't have been aware of just on that journey on my own. So there's a lot of technologies that have started in the disability community, whether it's text message, voice to text, bendy straws, curb cuts, electric toothbrushes, like just to name a few, that started meeting a need for people with disabilities, but are now part of, products that the general population uses every day. And I think that this has the potential to evolve into that as well.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Sandy. I think it could easily evolve into something bigger.
Phil, what are the next steps for this? When are we going to see this get out of beta and get into the hands of people so they can be experiencing it?
Yeah, I'm asking the same question. We're wanting to get as much testing that we can and input, but looking through where it goes as we speak. So we're going to continue with the beta in the immediate future, and we're working through our plans on when it's right to sort of roll to the next step. So stay tuned.
Thank you both for taking the time to join me. Such an exciting piece of news and an exciting product. I can't wait to get hands-on so we can actually, show it to our audience. So please keep us in the loop, and do let us know if there's any way that we can help, spread the message for both of you.
Will do. Thank you so much for having me. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Stephen, what do you think? Do you think you'd use this app?
I think I would absolutely love to. My question is, though, can you only use it in a Honda car?
No. It's an app, Stephen. You can use it anywhere. That'd be kind of limiting, wouldn't it? I think it might be.
That would
I'll ask
feel
that
limiting.
question. I don't know how that'll come across. Okay, guys, coming up, smartphones are getting more advanced every day. If you could design your dream smartphone, what unique feature would it have? Your answers after a quick break here on Access Tech Live.
There's more Access Tech Live to come. Get involved and have your say at Access Tech Live on social media. We'll be right back.